it impacts us, I think.
It does. It impacts us. So we're restrained in who we can hire, how we can hire. We're restrained in doing ministries and outreach. We're restrained in the ways in which we look at our community, and we know that there are needs, and there are needs that we would love to be able to fill, but we can't because we are paying down debt.
So part of what I know for myself, as well as a number of other members in the church, we have seriously looked at ways that we can begin to help so that we can expand, really. But once we reduce this debt, it frees up the way ministry can be done in our church in ways that I think we'd really like to do.
We're looking at children and youth ministry. We're looking at what does it mean to have a welcome minister, or for us to have a curate, for us to have an associate priest. All of these things would be much more possible if we weren't spending the money on the debt. That is why, the name of the campaign is Rejoice and Be Glad, because we want to rejoice and be glad for what God has done, and we want to rejoice and be glad for what God is going to do.
So I think that in looking over the past, there's been a number of hurdles that have prevented us from doing this really earlier. And a number of folks have from time to time wondered what would be a good time. But we've had the change in rectors that have prevented being able to do something that is of this significance in the life of a church, I think. And then we also had the pandemic that we've, I think, gotten through that prevented us from being able to do the same thing. And we think it's time.
It's definitely time. Yeah, I think it's time for many reasons. One, because we are now at a place of growth. We're at a place of consistency. I'm going to be here for a while. We've got new people, new faces, new energy, new movement of people, and that is bringing a desire for kind of what's the next thing. And the next thing is for us to kind of dream about the future and to see into the future and go, who is it that Christ Church can be 5-10 years from now? And the reality is that would be so much different if we weren't kind of held back by the debt.